All Progressive Congress in Rivers State is divided over participation in the August 30 local government elections, while the faction led by Tony Okocha expressed full readiness to contest. Another faction led by Emeka Beke has opposed the process, citing illegality in the conduct of the polls by the state's electoral body under the leadership of retired Vice Admiral Ebok Ete Ebas. Beke challenged the authority of the sole administrator, arguing that RISEC lacks the legal rights to organize the elections, especially when previous electoral processes were not lawfully executed. He insisted that without adherence to the rule of law, it remains uncertain whether his faction of the APC will take part in the elections. Meanwhile, RISEC chairman Dr. Michael Ode officially announced August 30 as the date for the council polls, unveiling the revised timetable and guidelines during a stakeholders meeting in Port Harcourt. Okocha maintained that due process has now been followed and affirmed his faction's preparedness for the elections. Gospower, what do you make of this story?
Yeah, thank you, Laurentia. First, I want to correct an impression.
Go ahead.
There is no division in APC, Rivers State.
Says you, Gospower.
No, yeah. There's no division.
All right.
No, when you start, making that insinuation and creating division where there is none.
Okay, I'm now creating division.
Honestly, because Emeka Beke himself knows that he is not the chairman of APC in Rivers State.
Okay.
Before this time, they've had several meetings, national meetings in Abuja, and Emeka Beke was nowhere to be found in those meetings. They had one in the National Secretariat, they had one in Asorok. He was nowhere to be found. So how is he a chairman of a party? To the best of my knowledge, Emeka Beke was suspended by the state working committee. He was suspended. So he should first go and settle that matter before laying claim to an office that he is not a chairman.
Now, to a large extent, was there ever a time a court affirmed Emeka Beke as the APC chairman in Rivers State? And by that judgment, the court also dissolved the caretakership of Tony Okocha.
Of a truth, all what happened then was politics.
Was there a court judgment?
No, I'm coming. All
right, go ahead.
It was politics. When Sim was still in office before the suspension, Emeka Beke has aligned with the government of the day just to create division in APC. For that court judgment, yes, there was a purported court judgment by the state high courts affirming.
When you say purported, it means that it probably did not happen. That judgment happened.
No.
So it's not purported.
We heard it in the news. Listen to me. There was a petition against that judge by Chief Tony Okocha that they've lost confidence in the judge, that the matter should be reassigned. And normally what court does is to reassign case like that parties has lost confidence in the judge. But that did not happen. But as at that time, Tony Okocha was still the caretaker chairman of the party. But as it stands now, that has been overtaken by events.
The court judgment has been overtaken by events?
There is no court judgment.
What was that?
Stopping Tony Okocha from being the chairman of APC.
What was the judgment of the court then?
I'm just hearing that you said there was court judgment stopping Tony Okocha from
being the chairman. But you accepted that there was a court judgment.
I heard that there was a court judgment.
You just accepted that you heard there was a court judgment.
Yes.
You even heard it via broadcast media, and you even went further to explain the extent of the knowledge that you have over that matter, to the extent that Tony Okocha petitioned
the judge, yes,
and also said he didn't have confidence,
yes,
in the judge, which means you are well aware of that matter in court.
I am only aware to the extent that there was a petition against the judge. And
interestingly,
when the
cases
went on, we did not know, we were not aware, because notice of court sitting were not given, because already to us, we believe that the case will be reassigned to another judge. But all of a sudden we saw on social media that a judgment has been given that Emeka Beke is not the chairman of the party in Rivers State, not recognized by the party at the national.
Now, the action of the national is a different ballgame. I am not asking whether the national recognizes Emeka Beke or not, right? The question I asked was in reference to Emeka Beke when you said that Emeka Beke is only a member of APC in Rivers State. Emeka Beke was the chairman of APC in Rivers State before the national dissolved, before he was even suspended, and the national dissolved that state council and appointed Tony Okocha as the caretaker chairman of APC in Rivers State. Chief Emeka Beke went to court, and court in his judgment reinstated Emeka Beke, dissolving Tony Okocha's caretaker committee. Now, the question is not whether the national recognizes Emeka Beke or not. The question here is that Emeka Beke has the backing of a court judgment. Now, are you aware whether that judgment has been appealed or not? Are you aware whether there is a contrary verdict that has come from probably the appellate court to set aside that judgment?
Laurentia, you are a media personality, a journalist, and I think you should know more to this issue. Why I'm saying this?
Are you APC or PDP,
no,
by the way?
Well, I'm a Rivers person. I'm a Rivers person.
Well,
yes, but why I'm saying this?
You don't belong to a political party.
Yes, I have interest in a political party.
Okay.
And I can also be a member of a political party. It's my right.
Very well.
It's my right. Yes. But what I'm saying is, Emeka Beke, before court will pronounce you a chairman, it should have been that you were already a chairman. Before that purported court judgment, he was already suspended by the State Working Committee. He was already suspended by the State Working Committee. And mind you, he went to court challenging Tony Okocha as the caretaker chairman of the party. Now, Chief Tony Okocha is no more the caretaker chairman of the party. He is now the substantive chairman of the party.
Now, Gospa Aiba, you know why I am asking these questions? Though uncomfortable for most APC people, but the truth has to be said regardless of who is involved. I am asking this question because it appears that politicians don't learn. The same scenario played out, was it? I think it was also in APC, that they lost elections. Prior to elections, the courts annulled whatever primaries and everything they have done because of this level of bickering. Now, if, let's say, APC decides to run for election under the chairmanship of Tony Okocha, seeing that Emeka Beke has a judgment and there is no appeal court judgment setting aside that, to the best of my knowledge, I do not recall of an appellate court judgment setting aside the judgment of that of the High Court. Don't you think Emeka Beke might, fly on the wings of that judgment to make a mess of APC in Rivers State in these forthcoming local government elections?
Loresha, let me tell you
this. Is there
a
possibility of that?
There's no
of that history repeating itself?
There's no possibility. And there is no way you compare side by side what happened in APC in 2019 and now.
All right.
let me tell you,
Go
Laurentia.
ahead.
The court is there to interpret the law of political parties and not to give a political party who should be their chairman. Laurentia, before Emeka went to court, he has already been dissolved by the National Working Committee. It is stated in the APC Act that the NWC has the right to dissolve any state ESCO. It is found wanting. Remember that in 2023 general election, Emeka did not support APC. They supported Atiku. And it was one of the grounds that he was dissolved by the party.
Anti-party activity.
Anti-party activity. So Emeka is not an island. He's not more than the party. The party is supreme. The Supreme Court have said that severally. The party is supreme. The person said, okay, Emeka step aside. There are issues that we need to address. Step aside. Mind you, Emeka is an ally of Rotimi Amechi. Rotimi Amechi has openly confessed that he did not support Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Recall that during the political crisis in Rivers State, Emeka was one of those that instigated this crisis. He was one of those that was beating drums for the suspended governor. We are aware. In fact, he was the one that even instigated the governor to disobey the gentleman agreement that was brokered by the president. We are aware. So the issue that there is division in APC, I don't know where it's coming from, but to the best of my knowledge, there is no division in APC in Rivers State. Chief Tony Okocha is the authentic chairman of the party, and he has said that he is going to participate in the election, local government election that is coming up in Rivers State, and that's it.
You do not see the one. You don't see Emeka using that judgment, like I said, because the position of the party is one thing, the position of the courts is another thing. Now, the court might not look at the merit of the things you have said, but we look at the merit of the fact that a judgment was given. Was that judgment appealed? Was that judgment vacated? that would be one thing, right? Was there a stay of execution? These are the things the court will see, whether its position was derided or not, whether the judgment is correct in your opinion or incorrect in your opinion. There is room for appeal.
Laura?
That's on one hand. Now, on the other hand, Emeka also said that he is going to court to challenge the legal authority of the sole administrator to run local government elections in Rivers State. What is your reaction?
It is within his right to do so, but he cannot do that as APC chairman, because we cannot have two APC chairmen in a state. Laurentia, let me tell you that before the November state congresses of Rivers State APC, they also went to court trying to stop that congress. And APC went to appeal, and they had a stay to go on with the congresses. Now, the issue that has to do with Chief Tony Okocha as the chairman is nowhere as far as APC is concerned. As far as APC is concerned, the courts gave the party go-ahead to conduct their congresses. Then, in 2019, the scenario, what happened then is not what is happening, that Emeka is claiming that is happening now. Remember that there were some set of persons that bought forms to contest an election, to contest for congresses that time. And they were denied after collecting their monies. Those are the people that went to court and they got judgments. But these judgments were repeatedly flouted by Rotimi Amechi as the leader of the party he then was. So it is not the same as this one. This case is that Emeka he's saying that he's the chairman of the party. And the party is saying that you are not the chairman, you've been dissolved.
And Emeka Beke is claiming that court has reinstated him.
I've told you that.
Do you see the bone that has been thrown into the mix?
It is not in the place of the courts to give a political party chairman. That's what I'm saying.
All right.